Welcome to Lyrics and Lies, and I'm your host, Shay on the mic, and I'm with
Money Green.
Welcome, and how are you doing today?
I'm cool. Let's get right into these topics.
Okay, we want to talk a little bit about Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. You remember that from New Edition?
Yeah, I see you said it that way instead of just saying the initials. RBRM.
Hey, thank you. But we're going to get right into it. So they just went on tour. But what I want to talk about is the reason why the whole New Edition did not rock together this time.
Yeah, that's messed up. So let's talk about it. Because people have been waiting to see them since the series aired. Last year, the biopic series.
Correct. And from what I was told, that as soon as the movie got all the hype that it got, they was going to immediately go on the road as the whole 6 New Edition. Which some things didn't go right with with Ralph and Johnny. And I heard that Ralph has the rights to the name New Edition.
All right, so that's two different topics. So the first part is they had contracts on the table.
Right.
According to Mr. Bivens and company. They had the contracts on the table after the series to go out on tour, and they would have the kids from the beginning of the series. Then they would have the teenage New Edition, and then the real deal would come out.
Correct.
And it was real, that would be the bomb rollout, and that would have been a huge concert. You can't get a better setup than that. But they said a few people didn't show up, or a couple of people didn't show up to sign the contracts. And that's disheartening, and I have to use the word disheartening, because I've never seen New Edition. So they had me ready to go see him for the first time.
Oh, so you never had the pleasure of seeing New Edition?
I've never had the pleasure, and I would have had a good time. I was looking forward to it. But it's just real messed up that the brothers didn't show up and sign the contracts. And I'm thinking, if you didn't trust the contracts, you just bring your lawyer with you. You bring your rep with you, or you say, let me get the document, take it to my rep, look it over, and we bring it back. So it couldn't have been bad if 4 people were ready to sign it.
Well, that's true, but maybe it didn't work out for the other 2 who didn't come to the table, because I don't know if others had projects going on at that time, or was it the money wasn't right going on at that time. But the 4 who went on, which is a good thing that they have a different entity. It's a good thing that they have Belle Biv DeVoe, because they could just go out as that. Bobby can go out by himself too. So I'm glad that they came to some kind of agreement so they would go out. So.
But they actually didn't. So you have to go back to the original contract. They didn't, but that would have included maybe 20 different New Edition members.
Well, yeah, because if you're talking about the
right.
little kids, and then the teenagers, right. And then them.
All of that went down the drain a long time ago, over a year ago. So with Bobby's biopic coming out, that's when BBD asked him, if we, can just
to
go out
join
there,
each other.
yeah, to go out there with you, because Bobby was already going out
anyway
on his own tour.
Yeah, so they said, why don't we just combine it instead of having
BBD asked him that. He was like, "Cool, let's do it. We just make it a joint thing." And somebody said, "Well, you know what? Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. We got the name right there."
Yeah,
Thanks
from
to
off his
Ralph.
own.
Thanks to Ralph. But you said the money may not have been right, but if the money's right for 4, then the money should be right for 6. And all they were doing is splitting the 6 waves.
And I heard they would have got a whole lot of money if they all went out at the same time, because of them just coming off of that biopic off of BET. I mean, then they got new audience. They got new younger kids who was all into the New Edition. So they really would have did good if they all would have did that. We don't know what the breakdown was.
It was even.
I'm talking about the breakdown of the reason why the other 2 did not agree to do
something
this.
petty.
Well, they say they do. They say that usually that's the reason, because they're petty.
It's something petty.
They're petty.
And you would think according to what's been going on back in the day, you know, for years and years, you would think Bobby would be the one giving him a hard time. But it ain't Bobby doing it.
Not this time.
No, Bobby's cool.
I think Bobby's cool. Bobby has chilled out since he's gotten older, too.
Bobby's chilled out in a major way. Bobby just laid back. It's all about business, and it seems like everybody was on their business. And, you know, I like Johnny and I like Ralph, but they messing up on this one. So if you jump forward from the biopic, the New Edition biopic, and you jump forward up to today with Bobby Brown's biopic and, you know, RBRM, when they had the show here in Virginia, Johnny Gill is right down the road doing a show, and Ralph is on the show with him at a casino. Come on now, that looks bad.
Well, I noticed that they all are not saying anything. They're all reserving because they have a feeling that down the road that they'll all six get back together.
Yeah, they probably will.
But later when they get back together, they won't be able to get that money that they would have gotten after that movie came out.
Yeah, to ride that vibe, and you can say it's about the money, of course, but they won't be able to catch the vibe. Period.
No, because it's now later. So if they do come out,
the energy is gone.
The energy is gone. You're right. The energy is gone on that.
So people can anticipate it, but it won't be as big. See, one big thing about the other one was that they made it so the little kids could come to the show. So if somebody had 5, 6, 7, 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds, whatever, it was a family event. Anybody could come because they were having the little New Edition or the young New Edition perform first. And then, like I said, the teenagers and the adults. So it was set up perfectly. So if they come out in the future, those little New Edition cast members, they're going to be big. Yeah. They're pretty big now.
Yeah, so it's no use of even probably having that on the table.
Right, it's been
they would have to renegotiate some kind of other deal because...
no, a regular deal.
Yeah, that's what it would be. They would have to negotiate because that's over. And plus, like you said, the energy from that is gone. I mean, now Bobby's bio is out. So, you know.
But...
And he's trying to capitalize on that.
Right, well, he already is. Mm-hmm. And so we'll see. And also I saw where Johnny said he was on vacation. He released a statement on IG talking about it wasn't cool and it wasn't professional for him to talk about, for RBRM to talk about him and blah, 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 blah. Basically, sort of putting them in their place a little bit. But the truth of the matter was, they weren't talking about him. They said they were going to refrain from talking about him.
They sure did.
But somebody hit Johnny up in his voicemail, a little text, and said, yeah, they talking about you on the Breakfast Club or whatever. So before even hearing the interview, I guess he, you know, allowed himself to get gassed up.
And he jumped out there.
He jumped out there and sort of threw flames or threw coal on the fire or gas on the fire where there was no fire. So it's like he's pretty much starting his own fire.
Right.
Because the brothers were pretty cool.
Yeah, they was really cool about it. They didn't go into a whole bunch of detail about how they felt about what went down. Because, like they said, they're family. They're brothers. They've been going through this for years, ever since New Edition started. So, this is nothing new. So, I'm kind of surprised that Johnny did that. Because he's kind of the more level-headed one who will do a little bit more research before he starts doing that. But I don't know what's going on with him right now. I don't know what that deal was about.
Something going on.
But Ralph hasn't said anything.
First of all, Johnny ain't representing well. He's supposed to be DMV, man. He's DC cat. He ain't representing. Some people would say he ain't been representing for a while, but we can leave that alone. We love Johnny Gill. But getting to Ralph, go ahead, do your thing.
No, I was just saying that Ralph hasn't said anything. I haven't really heard any movement in the Ralph Tresvant camp.
Ralph is supposed to be releasing an album.
Under Johnny.
What you mean under Johnny?
Under Johnny spoke about he was going to be on his label.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
So he is supposed to be, and he's supposed to be helping him with this album.
I can see him helping him, but I didn't know.
Yeah, he jumped out there and said it.
But I didn't know about the album part, so maybe that has something to do with them not wanting to go on tour. But I also know that Ralph has a radio show. He's like a DJ.
Yeah.
And personality on a radio show, I think, up in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have got off of that.
And plus, he could have used that airtime to promotion of this this New Edition venture.
Right. Not that it needed to be promoted, but
being on his show,
but the show was only on weekends. They're not doing any weekday shows.
Yeah, but that would have hyped his.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Him going out on tour Friday, Saturday, he'll be back home.
He'll be back on the weekend.
He'll be back home Sunday through Thursday on his radio show, so he wouldn't miss a lot of work. So yeah, it's just messed up. But they dropped the ball on it, and
the ball was dropped.
Hey, but maybe okay. Earlier you mentioned the money part, and maybe they're set financially and all that, but at a certain point, fans have to wonder, how much do they care about us? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
If you care about your fans, there's certain things you'll do for your fans.
Right. And two, because of that biopic, people were wanting to see a New Edition reunion, a New Edition show after that. And then two, you got loyal fans who has been rocking with New Edition, whether it's BVD, rather it's Bobby, rather it's Ralph, rather it's what is the name of the group that they had with Ralph, Johnny and Bobby, the Heads of State?
They had two names. I think they had Heads of State.
One was Heads of State.
Right.
So they got all these different entities.
They had Three Kings also.
I think that's one of them too. I knew it was Heads of State.
Right.
So for y'all not to do this, I really can't understand that.
It's almost like Ralph and Johnny are throwing up a middle finger. Or I ain't gonna say throwing up a middle finger, but turning their back on their fans and saying, well, we gotta get this straight right here. I ain't messing with them like that. And the fans lose. But fans are actually winning because the reviews we've been getting about the RBRM show, they're off the hook. People talk about their energy, their camaraderie. Mm-hmm. You can tell how much they love each other and enjoy each other on stage, by how they get along, and the songs were done very well. So they're winning.
They are winning.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike are winning in a major way. I just think that they may not have enough shows, but it will be a springboard to more shows if things continue to go as well as they have been for the shows they've been doing up to this point.
That's true. But getting back to, you were saying something about, and you were saying that maybe they're giving them their middle finger. We were talking about
to the fans.
To the fans. Do you think the reason why they didn't do the deal is because now we found out that Ralph has rights to the New Edition name?
You know what?
And I heard Johnny has a part about. I can't understand that.
That's okay. If I were them, I would have had New Edition as a company, or however they run it. Maybe they run it as 6 individuals. I don't know. I'm thinking that New Edition should at least be under one umbrella as far as an LLC or corporation, whatever they want to do with it. But for one member or 2 members to snatch the name, that's real foul. And history shows you that if, I don't know if everybody can keep up, but there's a hip hop group named UTFO. It came out with Roxanne, Your Cold Wanna Be With Me, and all these other songs that were hits. One of the members trademarked the name, and he said he was doing it just to protect everybody. So you really got 3 rappers and a DJ. Mixmaster Ice the DJ. You got Educated Rapper, Dr. Ice, and Kango. Well, Kango Kid. Anyway, Kango trademarked the name, and then he told the fellas. Well, I believe that Dr. Ice got a little upset at him and thought he was being shysty. And Kango said, no, I was doing it for us. And Doc was like, well, quote unquote, us's name, he said our, but us's name isn't on it. It has your name on it. It doesn't have our name on it. So they haven't spoken since, or haven't worked together since. So we haven't seen UTFO together in, 15, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
All over this daggone name.
And haven't even got a reunion together, no.
Well, there'll never be a reunion because
Nope.
the educated rapper since then has passed.
Yep.
So he never got to see his boys come back together, or his group come back together. So now you just got 2 members left with the DJ. And that just happened recently. I think that happened I don't know. But I know Kango was talking about it in 2015, 2016. So if Ralph and Johnny or whomever got it, just took heed to that, even at this point now they can sign the name over so everybody can be registered under the name as opposed to just one person. Because that's real foul, because now it's like he's running the show. He has the right to giveth or taketh away when it comes to putting that name on flyers and in commercials and on merchandise or whatever. And everybody earned that name, even Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Johnny earned a name too. So don't leave any of them out. All 6 of them should be dividing that equally.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, Ralph. I don't know what Ralph tripping on. You better cool it now. I'm serious. He ain't acting cool.
I think some underlying stuff is coming out with Ralph that he's not talking about. And this is just my theory.
Uh-oh, break it down. Conspiracy theory or regular theory?
We're gonna do regular theory. I don't know if it's a conspiracy.
Sherry on the mic. She ain't got a conspiracy theory yet. So we're just
gonna go with the regular theory.
If it's good enough, I'm gonna put a conspiracy.
All right. I think during the time when Ralph was trying to go solo, he didn't feel like he got his just due as a solo artist when he came out, because he still had to go back to the group.
You mean he was trying, or when he actually did? When he actually did.
Okay. I think he did not get what he wanted out of being a solo artist.
Right.
You know,
right.
The very first time. And I think that there is a little, he has some feelings about that.
What kind of feelings?
Like some feelings that I didn't get what I could have got out of it. Like, look how Bobby did.
You mean some
Bobby
feelings of
did.
Anger. You mean feelings of anger and being pissed, right?
Look, Bobby capitalized on that album.
Yes.
Okay? BVD capitalized when they came out. Because they had to come up with something since everybody wanted to go solo.
Right.
So when Ralph came out, he did all right. Even Johnny did good too. When
Johnny did.
Everybody did
better
good.
Than Ralph.
Right. Except, I do not like that song Rub Me the Right Way. But anyway, I digress. Everybody did better than Ralph, and I think he's mad about it. He's angry about that. And that's why right now he's really trying to work on his craft of doing a solo project because of that.
Okay, so you said a lot right there. Number one, let's talk about today's project. We're gonna nip that in the bud right now.
Right. But that's just my theory.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna go all the way back. He originally wanted to go solo around 86.
Correct.
Bobby beat him to the punch. Well, actually, they helped Bobby beat them to the punch
because they voted him out.
They voted him out. But Bobby didn't have a hit album. His first album was King of Stage.
And that
I Need a Girlfriend and Girl Next Door. Girl Next Door was the bomb. Song, I like Girl Next Door.
Me too.
That was a jump. That Cockroach in there. And Cockroach ended up getting with his girlfriend. Oh. So the woman that Bobby had a baby with back then.
Oh.
Carl Payne ended up marrying her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back then. So anyway. So Ralph had his opportunity then to go solo. Who knows how his career would have went at that point, but he could have came out before Bobby or when Bobby originally came out and did better than Bobby, because King of the Stage didn't blow up. So Bobby had from 85, 86, 87, 88 to do his thing. He didn't. Any Heartbreak comes out, New Edition blows up, their best album. Ralph goes solo after that, but at that point, Bobby is destroying everybody. Whether they're in the group, out the group, Bobby destroyed Al.
Because he was doing his prerogative.
Only thing Bobby didn't destroy, he destroyed every single artist. Now, there were some groups out there that he didn't destroy, but that's because they're groups. So he didn't destroy Guy. You know, Guy had a more mature crowd and everything. But on the pop level, Bobby destroyed everything that was out there. Bobby was number one across the board. Like five number one hits or five top 10 hits.
Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah, I need to, what's it?
My Prerogative, Tenderoni. Gosh,
he
Tenderoni.
destroyed everything. I Rock With You.
And then he did a Rock With You remake.
Every Little Step.
Every Little Step.
Yeah, and that was the Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, yes.
On the Ghostbusters soundtrack. And he, what's that? Take Control.
Yeah.
But he was on
and
there with
they just made up that song on the fly.
Yeah, but he was nasty Bobby. Writing song during set. But his song was on the same soundtrack with New Edition's. But you don't hear about New Edition's song. You don't even know the name of it, do you? It was Supernatural. Talking about a supernatural woman. I liked it because, they were doing their thing on there. Johnny was doing this thing on there. But Bobby was just blowing everybody out the water. Then Bobby's management was better because Bobby said, now New Edition's on the soundtrack. Bobby said, I'll be on the Ghostbusters soundtrack since I'm the man, but y'all gonna have to give me a cameo in the movie. So now he's in the movie and they're not. And he gets an extra check. So Bobby just winning across the board. So Ralph goes solo, Johnny goes solo. It was all already set up.
But Johnny was already going to go solo anyway.
Right, well, he was already a solo artist.
So that was in the works anyway.
Right, but he's already a solo artist, so he knew what to do. But Johnny came out and his album is the bomb. Still is.
My.
Yeah, my. Oh, that's just a saying that people just
say
to this day.
Yeah. Fair weather friend.
When a lady looks good, people say my.
Okay now.
Sure look good tonight.
Get that Johnny in there. Get that Johnny in there.
All this time, slip on your red dress. Anyway,
let's get back to it.
Yeah, so that was me trying to imitate him. I actually sang better than that. But
had to put that Johnny on.
But you said Fairweather Friend. The joint was Lady Du Jour. That was my joint. For you, I don't mind waiting. He killed that jump.
Yeah, he did.
So
I didn't like, but one song that was really out there too, but I just didn't care for it. Was "Rub You the Right Way."
That was the first single.
If you know what killed me is the dancing in it. His dancing.
All right, but you like the song, you just didn't like the video.
I don't like the song either.
Well, it ain't the dancing, it's everything.
The dance was everything, but he did terrible.
But and the dancing maybe, but the song was the bomb because he came out super low. What you been missing? I was flying. This is my. I said, you gotta wind that. What did he say? Got real low.
It's your command.
Yeah, he was breathing. That's one difference between him and Barry White. Barry White just saying, but Johnny breathes. But Johnny hit the jump. And then BBD came out, and it's like they blew everything out.
Poison was it.
So and was interesting.
Trust the Big Bubble for Smile.
Well, you know that they didn't come out with that first. They just made it popular.
Yeah,
but that was out way before.
That's been out.
KRS-One put that out about 3 years earlier. About the Jimmy Hat song. Jimmy Hats are now in style because you can't trust the big button to smile. But they came out and they did their thing, and it's interesting because Bobby heard it in advance and he begged them to get on it. And they said, hell no, Bob. You know, Ronnie, nah, Bob, you ain't getting on this with us, man. You already got my prerogative. Let us have our thing over here, Bob. You got your thing over there.
I love Ronnie's voice, though.
And Bob was like, come on, let me get on there. So they wouldn't let him get on there. But they were hyped off of My Prerogative, which came out first. But yeah, so it's interesting how they got to hear each other's music in advance.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
And Ralph, he's a little sensitive. So that brings us...
Where'd you get into his song?
That brings us to... That's a segue. It's called a segue. That brings us to Ralph's solo album. So now Ralph comes out with Sensitivity. Nice, smooth, mellow jam. It was nice. It was cool. And then after that, he had, was it Do What I Gotta Do and Break Her Heart? I can't remember the title.
I think it's Do What I Gotta Do.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was cool. That was a nice jam. But neither one of them hit hard. Now he had another one that wasn't a hit at all, called Last Night.
That didn't do that.
When he was having sex on the album. So the ladies like that one. The ladies who like Ralph, they play that, and you get to hear how Ralph might sound when he's doing his thing. They always imagine that. Now, all the girls like Ralph back then, and some of them still do. Shout out to my cousin Candy, but Ralph didn't hit at all. So if he didn't hit then, and I think he had Stone Cold Gentleman on the soundtrack,
yeah, Stone Cold,
Superfly TNT. So you have a lot of years that went by, maybe 5 years went by, and then New Edition gets back together. I can't remember the name of that album. But
is that the one Can We Stand the Rain album?
No, that's on Any Heartbreak.
Oh,
that's I'm still in love with you.
Oh gosh, I can't think of the name.
And the Hit Me Off.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. That's my song right there.
That
video. Yes, that video is nice.
That is the best New Edition
I like
video.
that. Yep, you're right. You are correct with that one.
They killed that video. Mm-hmm. That video was smooth. The
whoever came up with that
concept.
Concept did a great job.
Mike was smooth in there. Ronnie was smooth. Rick was smooth. All 6 of them was smooth in that video. Mm-hmm. They had women on motorcycles trying to kill them. They like secret agents or doing their James Bond thing. Mm-hmm. Man, they killed the junk.
I agree.
And yet the tour wasn't a success. But then after that, Ralph could have did a solo thing again. So after, before the reunion, after the reunion, all this time Ralph, his solo project hasn't kicked off. It's too late for it to kick off.
And it might not have been the right music that came about.
Well, it's too late for it to kick off.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll have to see.
We know what's going to happen.
It's not. It might not do, but he has to prove himself.
There's no mic.
He has to prove that to himself.
But what can he prove?
We'll see.
How often do R&B artists make hit records over the age of 40? Time is gone. You know where his record goes? It goes to the not Easy Listening, but that older. What's the older one called?
Oldies but Goodies.
Not the oldies but goodies, but you get with the grown and sexy crowd, which has nothing to do with the labels and the pop charts or anything. So it's not going to hit the R&B this chart and the pop chart and the Hot 100. It's not. That time is past. That's for your Cardi B's, your Drake's, all those people. That's who live on them charts. And who's the R&B artist now? Her. Who else we got?
I just mentioned
Rihanna, Beyonce. And she
Daniel Caesar now.
Yeah,
he's not too bad out there.
Too familiar with him, but
Daniel Caesar's out now.
Yeah, but
Khalid.
Khalid.
I didn't mean to say Khalil. My bad.
I didn't know who that
Khalid.
is. But anyway,
he sang that song Location.
That's his name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, send me.
I see that you're doing a lot of singing tonight. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Next time I'm going to start cueing the music out.
Well, we can't do that. That might be illegal. It's illegal right now.
You can do a smidgen, so you can know what I'm talking. So you know what we're talking about.
Smidgen, shut your ass down. But they didn't shut down one of my videos for that. Yeah, I had a video. They shut that thing down. I went to show it to somebody the other day. It was gone. The thumbnail was there. You press play and it said Facebook has some. This was violated of YouTubers and whatever. But anyway, Ralph's time has passed. Maxwell's not on the charts. All the older people are not on the charts. So Ralph can create music, but he needs to realize, if he doesn't yet, that the bread and butter and what people want.
There's no addition.
Yeah, there's no addition. Period. And he can come up with something hot. He can hit the top of the iTunes charts and Spotify and Tidal. BBD's album, their last album, which came out last year, when the biography, I love that. I love that album. That was a tight, mature album. Nice music, nice lyrics. And they had SWV in there because they never had any woman on their CDs except for the time Ralph was having sex with the girl on Last Night on his solo album. But other than that, they never had women on there. No duets and all that kind of stuff. Stacey Lysol didn't even pop up on Johnny's album. And it might be too late for that after her brothers got pissed off. And then Mother and Stacey.
He said it's not his fault, okay?
Anyway. She won't be rubbing him the right way no more. And he won't be rubbing her the right way no more. But Ralph, yeah, those days are gone. So if he does it for the joy and for the love of expressing his art, that's cool.
Unless he gets some featured people on there that's out now.
Not
you never know. I'm not saying that all the songs, but maybe a couple of songs, like you said, will pop off.
That's
and he might get
feelings.
some. He's gonna get and if he might get some features with somebody, features with some people that's up to date. You never know. We have to see what happens.
That will hurt.
We have to see what's going on with you, Ralph. Check
out
that album when it comes out.
That's gonna hurt his feelings. You know why? And as soon as he does that, the woman gonna say, "Who? Oh yeah, my mother loves you. My mother loves your music. My auntie loves your music." And his feelings gonna be hurt. He's gonna be crushed because they ain't gonna know who he is. But when they hear, like, oh, from New, my mother loves New Edition. Yeah, which one are you? These little young, yeah, he's gonna be crushed.
But I'm saying he might have some people featured on the album.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Who? The young girls who don't know him.
Well,
like you can put Drake on one song, Cardi B on the next song, Nicki Minaj on the next song, Lil Wayne the next song. You can have to have a feature every single song.
You might do a duet with somebody.
BBD on the fifth song.
And then you don't have no BBD on that fifth song.
He better do something like that. I mean, who else is? I mean, what?
I don't know. We shall see. That's all I can say. We shall see what happens.
I ain't buying it, and I think the music can be hot. I think he can create hot music that I would listen to. But I'm talking about as far as him trying to chase that success. Because Bobby can't do that.
No,
all that stuff is in the past.
It's gone.
That's like 30 years ago. Sensitivity came out 28 years ago.
And right now, you can go on tour for those songs, just like what Bobby's doing now.
Yeah, but
that's it.
Ain't nothing happening. But I love Ralph, but he left us hanging with this daggone tour. We hook up with Bryson Tiller and who else is out there? Do some duets with some guys and try to get the younger woman to realize who he is.
That's what I'm saying. He got to do some duets. He got to get with some people on featuring on their album, on his album or whatever.
Ambrosius is still doing her thing, but we ain't gonna get on that. That's another one.
That's another story.
Yeah, but RBRM, y'all doing y'all thing. Big ups to y'all, and hopefully we can catch y'all on one of these show stops and dancing some of these Poison girls. We gonna roll out on that note. Lyrics and Lies, Money Green. Y'all can reach me on Instagram at Between My Sheets.
I'm on IG too as Shayz on the mic.